forgiving each other and spreading love karma. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. Fighting each other is not the answer. Sharing the bread, sharing the skin. Let's be peace and love.
Hey, ladies!
Hello.
Hello, my sisters.
Hello, my sisters.
Here we go.
I promise you, this is a great, great day.
Yes, it is. Thank God for this day.
Another week, right?
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. Happy Saturday, guys. Happy Sabbath day. Happy holiday. Come on, Renee. You bringing that holiday girl cheer in this place today.
Oh, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Miss Claus. Come on, Miss Claus.
Miss
Is
Claus,
she
you
frozen?
busy?
I think she's frozen.
She may be frozen because we know she's out, doing
It's
some
cold
community.
outside. She's
In the
frozen.
North Pole. It's so
North Pole is kind of cold.
Yes.
Well, she's gonna come in. She's gonna, she's gonna be all right. But we just want. She looks pretty though, smiling in her
Right.
pose. You know what I mean? So look, guys, we're just happy to be here. Thanks for all of y'all out there. Like and share our page.
Yeah.
Come on, just let us know how much you really love and appreciate 4Sisters Live. And I'm going to say who I am, although because we have done this in a while. But I'm Wyoming.
I'm Peg.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Charlene.
And we really are 4Sisters Live. Charlene, somebody asked me the other day, said, where's Charlene? We miss Charlene. Where's she at? I said, child, look, how much time you got?
Exactly. How much time do we have?
How much time do you have, honey?
I am here.
No, you're here. We've been seeing you, sweetheart. You've been rolling and you've been moving and grooving.
All over
the place. So we all have to take some time to do what we got to do. But guess what? We are about the community, and we have been for the past 3 years.
Yes.
So we're here, and look, we're just happy and overjoyed that, of course, you're here with us always in our spirit and heart and in person. But today, guys, this is going to be a pack-filled show today. We have so much to talk about, so many things to do. It's God, Dara, it's like Christmas, like a week.
I can't believe it.
Christmas is a week away. Like
I'm blown. I am physically blown. Like really.
Really?
What? It's going to be like in 2 months. It seemed like it just came on. It's like I'm ready or not. Here I come.
It's here. Yeah. It's literally here. It's literally here. I think we've been distracted by so much that has gone on in 2020 in our lives, and it has been such a distraction till we have just like almost put some of this as far as holiday is concerned, because we know holiday presents and it represents happiness.
Yes.
And a lot of people have not been this happy.
You can't.
So when the holiday and you just really at a time like this. So when the time came or is upon us, we feel a certain kind of way.
I know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a lot of ways. What'd you say, Charlene?
You got to do whatever you can. Like, honestly, I have not even put up my Christmas tree. I'm like, I'm going to blame it on the family because they know I can keep a Christmas tree up all year long. But in 2019, and they said, just take it down and we promise you we'll get it out for you in July. They tricked me. And they put it in the garage. And they just got it out this week. And I'm like, I am so mad. So my Christmas tree is not up. But, Santa Claus and a lot of other things, they are up. So I'm a little bit, okay, the wreath is on the door. They're decorated. But I'm not happy until a tree come up. So, yeah.
I love a Christmas tree. I love Christmas tree. But later, as it became, my age, and I don't have any kids at home, of course, I'm more into poinsettias.
Same here.
Yeah,
me too.
I can decorate my place in poinsettias, and because I love red. Red is my favorite color.
Yes.
Well, Wyoming. Speaking of poinsettias, Wyoming, I'm loving that hair color. Woo!
About Christmas. Look at that.
My tree.
And look, Renee, Renee, she got the little shoulder off too. Okay, cool.
I love it.
I mean, it's Christmas time. Thank you guys. I know y'all would tell me the truth, but no, the thing of it is you got to do something to brighten yourself up sometime and do something different. Make yourself happy, you know, and live a little. So this is me for Christmas, for the holiday, you know. So thank you, ladies. But Renee, you were frozen, Dr. Renee, and we was talking about how lovely you look out there with your ho, 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 Santa Claus looking self.
Well, you know, I have this hat on and I wanted to come on, even though I knew I was going to be on location with the TIS Foundation, because we are actually going from different places of high impoverished areas. We just left Potomac. What was it? Potomac Gardens. We're on our way to, I think, Glen. Police escort is so important. Police escort. I mean, we have a whole caravan of people from the TIS Foundation. So I'll tell you about that later when we get out the car. But y'all look beautiful.
Thank you, darling. You really make us feel Christmassy. And Charlene, with that background, I feel like, I mean, there's certain things that we feel real Christmassy, and we can look at what you're doing out there, which is wonderful. 'Tis the season extravaganza. That's wonderful.
That's wonderful. That's great.
Wow.
I think it's wonderful. Let me tell you. What'd you say, Renee?
I was saying that the actual founder and president, the doctors Emmanuel Oge-Irono, are here with their 3 kids, and the whole staff from the TIS Foundation on East Capitol. I mean, it is so beautiful. I mean, I wish you could see the caravan in back. Can you see it?
I know it. No, we can't really see it.
I can kind of see a little bit. Dr. Emmanuel is just amazing. His children, his wife, they're just such givers. So appreciative of what they've been doing since they've been here in the DMV area. Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, I think this year alone, in spite of what has gone on with this pandemic, people they've had a heart to give.
Yes.
People have been out just showing how much they can spread love, you know, with giving to our families who are less fortunate than we are, and doing some things to really put your love in action.
Yes.
For putting their love in action. And I really feel so wonderful. It hurts my heart to see, even at this time, families are being put out their homes with children, don't have anywhere to go, no shelter, no food. And I just really feel like, you know, this is really kind of a position where people need to know that someone really loves you, and then people come to your rescue when you need it. So this is awesome. I thank you, Renee. We thank you, girl, for being out there.
Representing.
Y'all know I'm out here.
Huh?
So we have the police. Y'all know I'm out here.
Well, you know, when you're out there, or when any of us are out there, the sisters, it's like we're representing Sisters for Sisters Network.
Absolutely.
Yes. So in the meantime, ladies, what's been going on in your world, girls? I mean, Peggy, what's happening with you? Because, you know, we have to check in with Mama Peg.
What is never going on?
Yesterday I had an amazing day with Sharon Parker. If you know Sharon Parker,
she was on last week, right?
She did a conference on Monday.
No, she was on our show last week.
She was on our show last Saturday.
Okay, yes. Sharon Parker. Okay,
right. And she had her conference on Monday, and then she had her authors conference yesterday. And I had only planned to be on for 1 hour. I was on there for almost 6.
Woo!
Of course.
I can't even believe it.
Did you get paid?
No, it was so much information and just connecting and just supporting my sisters. I couldn't step away. I just had to stay on.
I heard it was awesome. I had someone else to attend, and they really, really had a great time with so much information. Yeah, that's great. Kudos to Sharon.
Naomi.
Really?
Yeah.
So what did you think about it, Renee? What did you think about it?
You know, Sharon Parker is one of those real deal people. I mean, I'm the vice president of the American Moms, the National Association for Mothers. And I've been working with her for a while, and she's just like Peggy and all of you, just, you know, focused on helping people in the community, particularly women and the ancestry, to remember our ancestry, to start, you know, recording and having our people before they pass on to talk about, you know, their life, because it's just going without being said. So it was very, very, very nice. And she gave out awards, and had young people speaking up, right, Peggy?
Yes.
It was just really phenomenal.
And we also had Dr. Tashika Green was on there with us. It was just
Tashika just chimed in and said she had a wonderful time. I think Tashika said something.
Yeah.
Kathy Muhammad. I mean, who else? Kathy Muhammad. There were a few people that joined us. It was amazing.
Wow, that is awesome. That is awesome.
So I am alive, guys. I'm here.
Well, speaking of being alive, Linda, check in with us, girl. What you been doing, honey?
Well,
we already know.
I'm checking in, and thank God I'm here. I'm feeling better every single day. Aches and pains here and there. This big thing is a monster, but I'm doing good. Every day is a different day, and every day I feel a lot better. And I just thank God to be here. And I just want to tell everybody, just be totally, 100% careful, 100% of the time. Don't ever let your guard down. Just be careful, especially with your hands, and no matter where you go in the house, constantly clean off your knobs, going to the restroom, bathroom, going down the steps, going to the front door. Just you have to be vigilant, because you just don't know. So especially, and of course, during the holidays, just sanitize, and keep your mask on. Even with your family inside, have a mask contest. Have something that's going to make it fun.
Yeah, and now all those great points we still must do, no matter what it looked like anywhere else. You really still do have to wear your mask. And I think a lot of people have come into the realization that this is real. They just put out our vaccine has just started being, inserted to people who, dare to take it, of course, and they want to show, professionals that are involved with that at this time. So they're introducing it little by little. You know how they do. They just give it to us little bit by little bit.
Just the fact that it's here before January, that's a miracle all in itself. That's a miracle. Thank God.
Well, I do have a testimony, because one of my dear friends contracted it. His mom is 90 and he is in his 60s, and he actually got hospitalized with it. And thank God we prayed, and I put it out there on Facebook, and the Lord was with him, and they treated him like the president, and he received the president's love, and he was released 2 days later. So that vaccine is out there, and it is working. He feels much better, he said, a little tired, he said, but still feels 100% better. So vaccine is real, for real.
For real.
Well, I don't know how we feel about us, having the vaccine, but that's an individual choice.
Not me. I'm like, if I had to be in that situation, of course, but just to volunteer myself to it, I don't think I would. I'll continue to do the things, like our dear sister has advocated. Vitamins, watch yourself, because we are lax. I'm lax. I stopped going to the store for a whole 3 weeks now, and I just write a list of everything I want. And I pray before I go to the store now. Like today, I was supposed to go, and I'm like, wait a minute, I waited too long. But I'm taking that list with me. I'm getting what I need for 2 weeks supply, and then I'll go back. But we're not going in and out, because we like to go in and out. Whole food, go get a chicken. I'm like, none of that anymore, because I got too many organs around me. And you're right. We're too lax. We get too comfortable. We're not wiping down the packages anymore.
Right.
Oh, let me just continue on doing what I'm doing. It's okay. It's not that serious. I went back. I mean, two of my greatest people.
100%.
I am like all in. Wipe it down, spray it off, take your clothes off. Even after the dentist, I was like, take these clothes off right at the front door. Sorry, kids, if you ain't never seen your mama underwear, this is how it's gonna look. I ain't going in this house like this, right? We ain't getting sick, okay? So I'm truly back to square one now.
Good job, Charlene.
That's great, Charlene. We must do what we got to do. You must do, especially when you have a family. If you're by yourself, you know what to do because you're alone by yourself. But when you have family, children, and others around you a lot, there is precaution that still need to be taken. Let me tell you something. This whole situation, to me, this is me, has been designed to take us out, period.
That part.
Yeah.
Take us out.
Oh, it's already done its deed already. It's taken out almost 300 and some thousand.
Yeah.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and run amok, and we have been taken and scammed, and we have been taken advantage of, and we have been you know, in a position where we have to fight literally to stay alive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
To stay alive. So this is real. So this is why, you know, we bring to 4Sisters Live, because we've been talking about this for the past 3 years. All of the subject matters that are concerning the COVID, the pandemic, which is domestic violence, that's surged up. We talk about health and wellness. We know where we are with that. And today is our education day. And we're going to be talking about education, Charlene and Renee, educating ourselves as to what is going on. And we got some lovely sisters that's going to come on who are authors. This is what's going on, because if we don't support one another during this time, I don't know when we're going to support each other. I don't know when we're going to support. If we don't do it now, when are we going to do it?
Exactly. Tell me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, right now, you never know. Life is too short. It's just, we take life for granted.
Gina said my sister-in-law died yesterday of COVID. Is that what she just said?
What?
Oh, wow, Gina.
What?
An announcement.
This was Gina Bell just put up. My sister-in-law died yesterday from COVID. Oh, we are so
my God.
sorry.
Yeah, and we lost another one right there in Tennessee. He died. I mean, went in, and my best friend just buried their friend's husband like this weekend. Beautiful homegoing, but who wants to go to a home? But the guy was only early 40s, 37. That's crazy.
See, this is the conversations that are coming on now. You know, social media, you come on Facebook, somebody else. You come on Facebook, the next day, somebody else. Boom, boom. It is depressing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's depressing, guys.
It's sad. It is really sad.
It is freaking just depressing. And then we still have this administration who still cannot come to terms.
Just say January 20th. Just say January 20th.
Okay, January 20th. At 12:01 p.m.
To come to terms with
12
anything.
p.m.
At 12:01 p.m. Because this is insane. And I could not even wrap my head around the fact that we're dealing with such ignorance about where we are politically and where we are with our community, where we are with our nation, our world, our people. We are just, it's just a sad case. It's a sad case. So this is why, again, we have to support one another, love one another, be here for each other. Guys, we already know what time it is. It has been proven. It is proven now more, Peggy, than ever that we as Blacks were not at the head of the list.
Oh.
We are last, the least, and the lost.
You know that. Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to be okay with it because the Bible speaks of us. It wasn't the Jews. He said the last should be first and the first should be last. We're always the last. I'm sorry. I have to say that. We are always the last in anything. The healthcare, the wealth cycle, all of that. So God got us. He has the Black people. Okay. People call me African American. I still call myself Black. Okay. Mm-hmm. But he has us. He got us.
He got us. It's proven. It's already proven. Yes, we are his people.
We are his people.
We are his people. And he's shown us time and time again. We've said this over and over, that be not dismayed. God is God, and he is going to show up at the right time. He's always been with us. He's not never left us or forsaken us. We just have to know we don't leave and forsake each other.
That's true.
At a time, and because he really wants to see where our hearts are. Where we are as a people.
You know what I mean? Publicly, but I'm going to say this: Blacks are treated worse than Africans. Blacks are worse than Africans. Okay, that's how I feel. Right here in America, Blacks are treated worse than Africans, because even at the schools that I've gone to, whether they're minority schools or Ivy League schools, we are still treated second class to African brothers. They are considered more elite than us, the Blacks. So we got to think about that as Black people. Who set that up? Because they are pitted against us. Some of them, not all. Some of them get it that they have pitted us against them. So we really got to think and come together in 2020 right now, because 2021 is around the corner, but right now, and think about that. Just perceive that it's bigger than what we think. So Blacks really need to work together and continue to build our culture and build our family circle back up.
Well, I was going to say this before we, move forward, because this is such a day that we are still happy. It's the holiday season and it's Christmas time, and we have some great entertainment coming our way. just to bring us into the holiday season again. However, I wanted to say this the last, I think I'm going to say it now. I heard from a prominent person, a prophet, and he prophesied, someone who I listened to, and he prophesied. And you all know how we talked about in 2019 when we were in the studio that 2019 was the year of the women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this person that prophesied that 2021 is going to be the year of the Black women.
Ah.
Of the Black women.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's the year of the Black women. So ladies, understand, men, we're not just, putting in the back burner, but just understand 2021 is the year of the Black woman, the Black women. Mm-hmm. And it was shown that how even at the yellow, where Mayor Bowser had put Black Lives Matter in yellow. Mm-hmm. That's significant in its way because that's about follow the yellow brick road. When she put that down, and that was the first thing I said, follow the yellow brick road. Yellow brick road. My Facebook page. But that's what they said, follow the yellow brick road, because the solar system that came out in June 21 was gold.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So we must understand where we are and to be positioned, ladies, be positioned, people, but be in position, because now we have shown that we have Kamala Harris. Hey, hello. Mm-hmm. The woman who's leading the way and one of the highest positions in the land for a woman to be in, and other women in charge. So I wanted to take heart to that, ladies, that our platform has been where we've spoken these things, but now it is really shown that this is where we're going to be in 2021. I'm happy about it. I'm charged up. I'm ready to go. So, ready to roll. So, Charlene, how do you want to go, girl? I know you have some guests here. We got Renee.
Everybody rolling up in here.
Yeah, we got to say hello to some people. Let's say hello to some ladies. I mean, this is our last day, ladies and gentlemen. This is our last show for the
Stephanie. Hello,
today. So we're gonna make it count. Our last show today is our last show.
Some good people out there. Some people out there that's just doing their thing out there, and they're saying hello to us. Mama Satcher is in the house.
Hey, Mama Satcher.
Like, my baby looks
my mama.
Hey, Mama.
My baby looks so pretty. That's what she's saying. And then she said, my baby look pretty. She's saying you her baby, you her daughter, girl, my daughter.
Forever and ever and ever and ever. Ever, ever.
Yes. And then Stephanie is out there saying hello.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Tashika is saying also that she is like praying for you, Linda.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gina Duncan is in the house.
Hello, Gina Duncan.
Where's Gina? There's Gina.
Hello, Gina. Hello, sisters. Love you too, Gina.
Oh, we got Cynthia in the house.
Rona Russell. All the Sisters for Sisters Network is showing out today. Erica Robinson, Angela James. They have already been saying hello, and just Sophia Casey. Hey, Sophia. We got you, Sophia. We know what that's Sophie. Okay,
Sophia.
We just a running joke. Hey, Rudy LaRose. Hi. He said hi, Charlene. Hi, ladies. Hi. All right, so cool.
Cynthia Green said it is definitely the year of the Black women 2021 too. 2 Black women have been sworn in as judges in Prince George's County.
Absolutely.
Wow. Had 2 Black women judges sworn in yesterday. Yes, Cynthia, thank you for that information.
I know, Prince George's County. That is amazing stuff that we have to look at. Like, whoa, this is going to happen. Now, do what's right, Black people. Don't get in positions to get your name and your name.
Cynthia just wanted home too, y'all. We're going to bring them on the show in 2021, okay?
Okay.
They are coming on the show, but we need them to know. Stay humble. Okay, stay humble. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay close to God and stay humble, because this is a time also that we've forgotten who we are, because we always been told by our white peers in corporate America, in the government, and thinking that we got to fight against one another. And when we get there, now we got something against our brothers and sisters. We ain't doing that this year, Black woman. This is our year to love one another, respect one another, and help one another. No, I don't need your handout. I don't need you to give me no job because I earned my rights. I can do anything. I can get any door I want to. I just want you to be respectful to all people. And I'm saying that because I believe in the Black woman, but I also believe in a respectful Black woman.
Yes.
A humble Black woman.
Yes.
A woman that knows that she should fear God in everything that she does in life, period. Because the same God that gives, the same God that can take away. So be blessed. And remember, you already seen the big fall of many of these women and men. You can, the same way we go up, it's the same way we come down. So stay humble. Stay humble.
Yes,
that's all I got to say. But I'm so happy, guys. We got some amazing people that are going to be coming on today with us. Of course, we have Sophie. We have Tammy Turner. Oh my God. I've seen her. What? This is going to be the hardest thing. So I guess.
So Charlene, we're going to set the stage for these ladies, right? Okay, Renee, since you out there doing your thing and you playing Miss Claus, out there today, we're going to have, so look, we have Summer. Summer's going to come on and sing for us. Do you want to introduce what you're doing for the holiday? Then we'll bring Summer in. So let us know that we're going to bring Summer right in. So go for it, Renee. Oh, can't hear.
Renee?
Oh, her mic is on mute. Can you just unmute her mic, please?
Unmute your mic. We can't hear you.
I can't get it.
Oh, your mic.
We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Unmute, Renee.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, baby. We couldn't hear you.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Look, we tried this, y'all. Look, for Sisters Live audience, we just wanted to bring you everything and everyone for the last show of the year. And so I said, I'm going to do this for y'all on location, but I'm out here with the TIS Foundation, and it's to inspire strong families and communities. And we're out here in the high impoverished areas giving away food and toys. And now I'm getting ready to walk over here to let y'all see what's going on real quick before we start the show with these wonderful guests and entertainers. And I just want you to see what they're doing and what's going on. And if you want to donate, go to tisfoundation.org. But right here we have right here the Santa Claus. You see him?
Where's Santa?
There you go.
Santa Claus, say hi to everybody on 4Sisters Live.
Hey! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! You beautiful ladies of God. I feel your tone from the phone. It illuminates me. It resonates.
They're getting ready, y'all, but here's all the bags.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All the bags. So listen, I just want to say I love y'all. God bless you. Have a wonderful show. Tammy Turner, I want your vocal cords, and I love y'all. Bam.
Love you too, Renee.
Love you, Renee.
Get back in with us if you can. Okay.
I will. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So without further ado, she has started putting us in that holiday spirit and the cheer of being Merry Mary. So let's bring on Summer. You want to introduce our Summer? She's coming in. Peggy, you know this young lady, Summer. She's so sweet. Hi, Summer.
Let me tell you about Summer. Summer is summer, spring, winter, fall, all wrapped in one. That is my doll baby.
I love you.
We love you too, sweetie. Take it away for us and sing whatever's on your heart. Go for it.
Got it.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They think that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Come on, we can all just sway together this afternoon. Merry Christmas, everybody. Come on. Yes, sisters. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas.
My favorite, my favorite.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much. We'll be back with you. We're coming back with
Thank
you. All right.
Don't go nowhere.
I think we have Lelena back here too. So we'll get to Lelena if she can hang out with us. She's another artist we have. We just want to be serenaded today. So keeping it moving, Charlene.
All right. Well, let's see who we have up next. I believe, are we not going to bring Elena up?
No, we can go for the ladies, and we'll bring Elena in. So, however you want to do it, girl, show
okay, cool. Let's see. I know
we have Elena. You want to do that and just?
No. We got to bring up.
Yeah, I want the guests. Yes.
Authors. Yeah. Let's bring in the authors. Isn't this what this is about? We want to ask about authors. Bring them all in.
Can you bring them all in,
Peggy? Yeah, and we'll start one by one talking about what they do, because it's a family holiday thing. It's 4Sisters Live holiday celebration, so why not?
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
We got all of them.
I think it's a full house because we can't go to their house, and I'm a big family girl, so I like to see everybody in the house. So let's do this, okay? and then if they're talking, we'll give you the screen time. How about that?
Yes.
All right, so cool. So we have with this Tammy Perna, Wanda in the house. Hey, Wanda. Look at her. Okay, earring. I see you.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Model that for me, Wanda. Wait a minute. What we got going? Girl, you know you got them all the way.
Love it.
Yes, you can find this at the Goddess Collection right here on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Goddess Collection. Don't forget it. She did drop a link. Did y'all? You got to promote this Christmas time and Halloween. I'm sorry. But anyway, so hi. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Okay, unmute yourself, Horny.
Hey, ladies, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, girl.
You all are amazing. This is a beautiful show. I have resonated with so much of what you all have spoken about, from the ancestry to how this pandemic has affected all of us. It's just been beautiful, and even more so impactful for me because yesterday I found out that my mom, who is in a nursing home, has contracted COVID from one of the workers there. So Charlene, thank you so much for your prayers. But listen, guys, let me tell you what. I'm encouraged because I understand who is in control. So I'm totally encouraged. I adopted a lesson a long time ago, and that lesson for me was that everything that happens to you is actually happening for you.
For you, yes.
It's happening for you.
Yes.
Because even before the enemy was able to penetrate Job, he had to ask permission in order to do that. God had to say, okay, I allow that. So even in this season, there is some allowing that God is doing. And so I am encouraged even in that.
Okay.
So Tammy, before we leave, Tammy, I heard you Tammy, I heard you have an awesome voice. Hello. Before we leave, we just want you to do like a little something before we leave. Just get it in your head. I'll get in your spirit now. We're telling you now. Before we leave, we want you to give us a little something for us, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, girl.
You don't need no music, honey. How about myself? Okay, church got it. All right, hi, Sophie. How are you doing?
Hey, goddesses. Hello, goddesses. Hello.
Hey, girl.
With you too, Miss Fierce. Fierce Vulnerability is going to be in the house talking about her book. We are excited to have you here. We're so glad that the ladies reached out to you, and I'm so glad that you said yes. I am excited about hearing about this book. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Then what jewelry you got on? Because I'm all about the jewelry right now.
Well, and I'm all about supporting Black businesses. Look at this.
Yes.
Look.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, our queens at this place called African Arts. It's in Maryland, but I'll make sure that I tag her and all that good stuff. I love how talented our women are. Black women are so talented. I could do anything I want to. I could wear it as a crown. I could do whatever.
It's not a crown. Don't you go there, girl? Because I like crowns.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I have one of those too. Gotta pull it out. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
It is beautiful.
Right here is and my favorite girl, you know who she is. She's a good friend of me and Tammy's Anna DeVos made this for me. And it's called True Seeker. And these are written real amethyst. Yes.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful, Charlene.
So
beautiful.
She makes the personal brand for you. So we got one more go, and she's gonna be doing another piece for him. But this one is Truth Seekers. Okay. So fight for the truth. That's why I ain't scared of nobody, Black women. You better come correct, because I'm gonna be up in there with you.
Well, I heard you say we got to get in position.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to be in position, honey. Get in position.
Humble while you in position. That's all we got to say. Just stay
be
humble.
in position. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. But anyway, so let's get this started. Let's get this party started. Okay, so you guys got to roll with me because see, I'm a roller, and I don't know. We may go over here because it's the holiday show. Okay, Wyoming weekend. Okay, cool. Anyway, so Wanda, we're going to start with you first. You are an author, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, of course you are. Okay. We want you to talk about your book, okay? We want you to, because right now there are so many women that need your voice. And we all have a different voice. We all have a different story, right? But someone needs to hear you. And now it's the holidays. It's 2020. 2020, wow. And a lot of things have been happening. And a lot of us look at Kamala like, I can't do that. Like, she's the president of the United States, Like, she basically is the president of the United States. Or something happened to OJ. That's why I'm sorry. But anyway, but again, seriously, women need to be empowered like never before. They really need to hear that I can do this. Talk to us about your book and how you are empowering, instilling, motivating those women or men too, because men need it too, girl.
Absolutely. Well, Well, let me just say this, that first of all, I want to just say thank you to all you ladies, beautiful queens, for having me on today, having this platform. You know, I've been in media now for over 10 years, and I really think that it's absolutely imperative that we use media in a positive way to make sure that we're heard. And that's why I got started in media. And about this book, the title of my book that I'm on here today to talk about is Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option. This is the second volume. The first volume we did in 2018, and it was kind of birthed out of my turmoil, because in 2017 I lost my mother in that summer, and then 5 months later I lost both my grandparents. And so it really had knocked me down, and I needed to find a way to keep going, because in my business I help people stay motivated. You know, I'm the motivational queen, and you don't have time to not be the motivator, you know. And also, the things that we go through, it makes us stronger. And I had to make sure that I stayed on my purpose, because they paid a price. You know, they paid the price for me to be here. So what I did was I set out to gather 21 authors to help me in this collaboration. This was in 2017, or I should say 2018. We did a phenomenal job. And so what happens is now we're in the C season, and some of the co-authors came back to me and said, hey, you know, you need to do another one. When are you doing another one? And I said, no, I'm not doing it. And they kind of like pushed this project out. And I'm glad they did, because what we want to do now is show that we can continue to win through anything. We can continue to strive. We can continue to be lifted up. And no matter how far you go down, there's only up to come from that. So this book is to inspire people to follow their dreams, to get up after they've been knocked down. This book is to show that how we can lean on each other, because through a collaboration is to learn that everybody has a purpose, everybody has gifts that they need to share. And we can't leave this world and not share those gifts. So our mission is not just about this book, but it's about the movement. Inside of this book, I also, I should say, in the process of writing this book, I did 100 days of motivation to manifestation. And ladies, I tell you, 100 days of motivation was like me getting up every morning at 6 a.m., talking and sharing how to stay positive in a world that is upside down. You know, in a world that challenges everything about us, in a world that tells us that we're not significant. So that's the message of the book. That's the message of who I am. And I want this book to just reach down in the souls of people, to inspire them to know that no matter what, you're a winner. You came here a winner. You made it through the birth canal. It was a hard fight to get here in this world. You know, so many babies were lost, and we were one of the babies that made it through. So we have to act like we made it through. We have to celebrate in our moments of living, because what's the alternative? What is the alternative?
So, Wanda, how can someone purchase your book if they want to be more involved? Because you said some great things, so I know all of that is in your book.
So you can purchase the book. We have my main website, which is IamEnough365.com. And then we have a author website, which is Wake Up Winning VOL 2, the letter 2. You can go there. You can see all of the authors that are on board with this book. Because I'm so glad you asked me that question, but I want, most of these authors are business people. They're leaders in the community. And we spawn from Atlanta to California to overseas. So what I want to do, and what I do as a business coach, is I always want to promote people and their gifts and talents. So this website that we created is a collective website, but if you go to it, it takes you into the lives of those individuals that are connected to it. So if you want to buy a book, and maybe you don't want to buy the book from me, maybe you want to buy it from another author, co-author, you can do it there, because that's the way I believe in doing collaborations, is making sure that everyone shines.
Sounds good to me.
I love it. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. I love the title of the book, especially whether you say, oh God, let me bring the book back up because I had it just a moment ago. You said, no matter what. I love that.
No matter
what.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the
Yes.
things my father used to say to us as kids. I had 5 sisters and a brother, and he would always say, no matter what, you stick together. Mm-hmm. So I'm buying your book. As soon as I get off of here, I'm buying your book. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, it means so much to me because I'm so passionate about people winning, and and everybody has their definition of winning. But I know that it's hard to win. It's hard to win when you've been beat down. And so I had a mother that told me I was smart, beautiful, and I could do everything, anything. But a lot of people don't have that. And for this to be like that catalyst of showing us that, you know what, it's a story for me in that book. It's a story of somebody that overcame drugs. It's a story of somebody that was beat down and molested as a child. It's a story of somebody that wanted to commit suicide, but yet they operate nonprofit businesses, and yet they are able to write books, and yet they're able to, you know, pull themselves up and help millions of people. So I wanted that to shine through because it doesn't matter what we go through, it matters how we go through it, you know.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's a lesson.
Yeah, it is a big blessing. I mean, as an author, we have to tell our own story.
Yeah.
We have to tell our story and be able to be transparent at this time in our lives so that what we do, when we do that, we are blessing and helping others to come out of whatever situation they're in. So that what you're doing, you don't know who's going through what, but through your book, Wanda, and through other ladies' books, that helps other women to say, you know what, I can conquer. I can be more than a conqueror. I can do these things.
It's a gift
and
to
it's a
everybody.
testament to what we can do in our lives. So thank you so much, Wanda, for sharing. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Wanda, I just want to add to Wanda as well. I love when she talks about, she said, get up after being knocked down. You know, sometimes I think about that little white house that I grew up in, and I would watch my grandma, and I always talk about my grandma's hands because I saw those hands sweep. I saw those hands mop floors. I saw those hands clean up after white children and people. So a lot of the reason why I do what I do is because I remember that my grandma's hands has kind of paved a way for me. And I think about that. And when you said, you know, get up after being knocked down because losing is not an option, I think that we as Black women, again, there is no other option. There is no other option except for us to take our place and win. And it reminded me of something that one of my greatest mentors, Miles Monroe, said. He said, make sure that you die empty.
Absolutely.
You said it, Wanda. You said that we have all of these gifts, we have all of these talents, but a lot of them are buried under molestation. A lot of them are buried under domestic violence. A lot of them are buried under embarrassment, under shame. They're buried. And so then we have to find a way now to get a shovel and dig that up. And so you, again, just you writing this book and being courageous enough for your voice to be heard, you give us that tool. So I loved it. Thank you. I'll definitely.
Yes. I love it too.
Well, great. Well, Sonia, I'm glad you segued right into that, Miss Irresistible Storyteller, because we want to talk about what you're doing and how you're teaching us just to be that irresistible and using our voice as a superstar.
Yes.
Not only is his sister a sumptuous singer, you know, like just beautiful inside and out, but now you're doing something that God has gifted you with totally. Your stage presence is not just for singing, but in acting. She's been in films now, you know, movies, and she's speaking and she's teaching others how to use their voice. And of course, just like writing a book, you know, because it's basically what it is. You got to have words for your book, right? But you got to know how to speak those words even with this book, right? So I want to talk to you. I want you to talk to the audience about your irresistible storytelling masterclass and the things that you are doing right now for women to really share their voice.
Thank you so much, Charlene. Well, I'll preface it by saying this. I think I alluded to one of my favorite people still in the world, because she's not here, and that is my grandma. I grew up in my grandma's little white house in Chicago Heights, Illinois, with the mice running in and out. I don't know if y'all can relate to that. But, you know, I love playing outside. And so every now and again, I'd jump on my purple bicycle and I'd ride down the street. And when I rode down the street, I would see the abandoned houses and abandoned buildings and things that were there. And then if I went over another 2 or 3 streets, there was the local liquor store. And we knew that place very, very well. And so when I rode past there, what I would see is I would see people in almost a stupor, because it was almost like they were trying to escape their reality. They were trying to escape the environment that we were all in at that time. And I understood that. But have you ever been in a situation where you feel like where you are, there's more for you? Where you are is not really where you're supposed to be, but there is more for you? That's how I felt. That's how I felt growing up. But I didn't know how to express that. So when I would go home, I would sit down on my grandma's little brown carpet and I turn on her little TV sitting on top of that big TV. Did y'all's grandmother have that big TV that she wouldn't throw away? It was like a huge TV.
Yes. I still have it.
It does not work. Throw the TV away.
I still have it.
She was raised during the Depression. She wasn't throwing no TV away. Plus,
that's right.
Oh no, she wasn't throwing that away. So she had that little TV sitting on top of that big TV. And as a little girl, I remember looking into that television screen and I would see people express in ways that I could, for some reason, I could just relate to it. I saw beautiful people like Diana Ross and Harry Belafonte and Diane Carroll, you know, and they could take their voices and they could speak a word that would give someone encouragement, or beautiful voices like Diana Ross, where you could take someone who was in a depressed state and you could hear her sing a song, I'll be there. And that could lift someone from a down state into a position to where now they were encouraged to do something greater, or just to give them the slightest bit of hope. And that lit me up. There was something about expressing through song and expressing through acting, expressing bodies through dance. Now, I'm not a dancer. Is there a dancer on the show today? I'm not a dancer.
I hear every day.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot. That's my little Beyonce. That's I forgot that. But being, again, able to express their gifts and their talent and that thing that God puts into you that you cannot explain all the time, being able to see them express that. Oh, that I was here for that all day long. That turned me on. I was there. I am ready for that. So I decide that the next Thursday I'm going down to the choir. I've been here 100 times. My mama in the choir, they travel all the time and they're singing. And so I decided that at 8 years old, I want to make my big debut.
There you go, girl.
I walk up into the pulpit and I walk over to the alto section and I take my little 8-year-old place, right? So the choir is already singing and there's a beautiful harmony going on, people singing. I don't know what the song was, but it was amazing. And so I decide that I'm going to open my mouth. I'm going to use my voice. So I open my mouth and I start to sing, and y'all, my mind goes wherever 8-year-old minds go. Because, you know, when you 8, your mind, you know, you're not really here on earth. You somewhere else most of the time. You know, that's why mom and them say, can you hear me, girl? You hear me calling you? So I was in that place, and it was in a place of joy and in a place of happiness. And when I opened my eyes, I hadn't even noticed, y'all, that everything around me had stopped. There was no music playing. There was no choir singing. And at the time, we had a famous choir director. He stood about 6'2" or so, and he was looking down at my 8-year-old frame, and he said to me, "You need to be quiet." So I felt something in my stomach drop. Held my head down. I didn't move. And then a few minutes later, he cued the music to come back in. And then he brought in the sopranos and then the altos and the tenors. And everyone starts singing again. And I see these beautiful notes floating on air. And I don't know what it was in me. What makes you try again when somebody tries to stop you? What is that thing that makes you try again? That leads you to open your mouth again after someone tells you to sit down and shut up? So this time, when I opened my eyes, I was hoping, as an 8-year-old little girl, I was hoping that this time I got it right. This time, maybe he'll look at me and tell me, You did a good job. Job well done, baby girl. But this time when he looked at me, he said something to me that he wanted to plant in me so that I would not open my mouth again. He looked down at me and he said, look, I've already told you, you need to be quiet. Shut your mouth. You're throwing everybody off because you can't sing. Yes, sir. I listened and I shut my mouth. That started a journey for me. That started a journey of not trusting who I am, of not believing in my gifts and talents. That's why I can relate to what Wanda is saying. That started something in me to where I wouldn't even, I'm not trying out for anything. I'm not trying out for any sports. I'm not trying out for any talent show because I'm not going to give anybody else the opportunity to tell me to shut my mouth, to tell me that my voice is not good enough. See, that sets up that fight in you, but sometimes it's the wrong kind of fight. It's not the right kind of fight. And that was where I was for so many years. I lived this journey of, I can't do it. I'm not even going to try. Oh, but then there was Mrs. Moore. There was the voice of someone who had found her gift and was now speaking into the lives of other young girls. Walks into the school one day, comes into the classroom and says, who is that in here singing? I said, oh, no, ma'am. I'm just in here finishing my work. No, ma'am, I'm about to finish. She said, but I know I heard somebody in here singing. Oh, no, ma'am, I can't sing. I was just in here finishing. As a matter of fact, I'm done. I'm getting ready to leave. She said, baby, slow down, wait. That was you singing. And you have a beautiful voice. And from that time on, she began to pour into me. She began to speak into my life. She started really doing pageants and galas and community events and putting me in front of people and allowing me to hear my voice so that maybe I could fall in love with my gifts. And it worked because I did. And from that time, from that one lady speaking life into me, I've gone on to grace some of the biggest stages in the world. From the Apollo Theater in New York to the Kennedy Center downtown, the Strathmore, the Meyerhoff Theater. I've been on Fox, CBS, BET, Sunday Best. God has taken my feet places I never thought they could go. Not a little Chicago girl growing up in a little white house with mice running in and out. Not those ones. But it was because someone who had found their gift was able to speak into my life. And so, Charlene, I segue into saying that, into talking about what I do. I created something called the Irresistible Storyteller Speaker Academy. And I did that because I feel like that what I do is I create legends out of high performance leaders. And how do I do that? I do that by teaching them to tell their unique signature story in such a way that captures, number one, their ideal client's attention. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to capture the attention first. Because before COVID, there were about 10 million people that were logging in online. Now, after COVID, there are over 200 million. So if you have a book, if you have a service, if you have something that you do in the world because you know that is your assignment, or you have a business, you got to figure out a way to get people's attention. It's 2 million people. You have to figure out a way to get their attention. So if you're doing Facebook Live, or you're doing podcasts, or you're doing interviews or virtual summits, something has to set you apart from your competition. Because see, here's what I realized. There are millions of people in the world who've had cancer and survived. There are millions of people in the world who've been molested and they've made it through and become something greater. But here's the thing. There's only one thing that differentiates you from anybody else, and that is your story. No one else has walked your journey, but there is a strategic way of telling that story that positions you as an expert in the field of what you do. And most people that I work with, they're already successful. They're already amazing. But now they just need that one extra little piece. And that's where God has allowed me to come in and help them do that. So I just started doing, I used to do one-to-one, one-to-one, one-to-one. And my mentor said, Tammy, you're not reaching enough people with just one-to-one. You got attorneys and doctors and health people, but that's not enough. So I started the retreat model. And so January 28th through 30th, I'll be doing the very first iSpeaker Academy specifically for women. I'll be doing that storytelling retreat where we're going to dig in. And when women leave here, when they leave me, number one, they're increasing their visibility. They're courageous and bold enough now to share their voice, but they know how to share. Because everybody tells stories, but there's a strategic way to tell stories where people will pay you tens of twenties of thousands of dollars to come in to tell that story. There's a strategic way of doing that. And so that's what I'm teaching. I teach you how to become irresistible. If you're a dancer, then we're going to see a little bit of that dance in your story. If you're a singer, we're going to see a little bit of that song in your story. If you're an author, we're going to hear a little bit of your writing in your story. If you're a poet, if you're a healthcare person, we want to know where did that come from? What we do is we humanize what you do. It's not just a service. You're not just going in serving people. You got to humanize it. How do people connect with you? So number one, we capture their attention. And then number two, we connect.
Tammy, that is so awesome. This is just, I applaud you.
Yes.
First of all, your energy is on 100. I love it because it's how we tell the story that tells those to come in and you draw them in. To listen, because God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we must sometimes be quiet and listen to what is being said. And today you have really, I believe someone out there today can relate to exactly what you said. Exactly what you said. So I really applaud you because, sisters, the art, the music, and telling the story goes hand in hand.
I love it.
Because it really helps those to grow. This is how you're going to grow. You can't grow.
That's right.
This is about a growing moment. And it seems like your position and what you're doing to help others will help them to grow. So can you put your information in the comment? Just type it into what you're doing and others can see what you're doing and where it is. Yeah, I'm fired up about that. She got Charlene. What did you say, Charlene?
My buddy Rudy is out there, and I'd like for him to put that information for Tammy out there. He'll help her out there.
Okay. We need to know that.
Listen, and when you're an author, and I am an author, but also a speaker. But what I learned is some people are authors, but they don't know how to tell their story.
Right. Yeah.
And so what you have here is a sister that can teach you how to do the same storytelling that you're doing in this book verbally. Because, I mean, there's tons of people, but there are a lot of intellects and introverts that don't want to speak. But you don't sell anything because of the world I'm in the communication field. You know, not so much marketing, but you still got to market the book. People still got to believe your story. And I just think that's why I brought her on, because it all still has to do with authors and also speakers. They kind of go hand in hand in a sense.
Yes.
You're not getting on anybody's TV show. I know I've never did it behind the scenes. And I'm, CNN, hey, Fox, can you put my girl on? Guess what? You got to know how to speak, okay? If your book is that good, guess what? You got to know how to talk about that.
Absolutely.
And you need to know how to do that in 30 seconds. And sometimes less than that, because they'll be snapping you off, and all you would say, I was on Fox. Saying what? Okay? Right? So anyway, I'm sorry. I want to move right ahead on Tammy. What a blessing. I was going to cry.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. I love you guys.
But I want us to all, because I got one big question for everybody in this living room that we are in 4Sisters Life Holiday Show, to just really ponder, because Tammy did say something that was very important. We've all been silenced, and I want y'all to think about that. We've all been silenced from something in our life, and whether it started in our childhood, or maybe it started in high school, or even in our adulthood, whatever happened, what silenced your voice that came up as Tammy was speaking today. Now, I want to move right along to my girl, Sophia, all right? Because she's going to tell us right now that you can still be feared, even though there's some vulnerability.
Yes. And I love Black women. Can we just say that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Love Black women. Black women, I found myself getting emotional when Sister Wanda spoke about how no matter what, above adversities, above all the things that are going on, we can still be winners. I found myself tearing up and wanting to jump through the screen and me. Yes. When she
yeah, me too.
Yes. Not
Sophia, let me say this real.
Our voices.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Not letting our voices be silenced. And this book, it is so perfect. I love the way the divine works too. To have Sister Wanda bring us that, Sister Tammy bring us that, and have it come together, because my book, Fierce Vulnerability, Color Girls. I know some of y'all have moved on. You're so powerful. I understand. You moved on. You're so powerful. But I say, I'm talking to that little girl who's still a colored girl, who has all those stories about how she was silenced, all those stories about how she was taken advantage of. And I bring 4 women together, Ava, Jean-Marie, Simone, and Vanessa, 4 Black affluent women on the DC scene. It's my first fiction book. I never set out to be an author. I have another book too that just went viral, a journal. Never set out to be an author. But when you are called by the divine to do something, my days of being disobedient were over. So I said, okay, I will do this. I actually wrote this story 4 years ago. A lot of people think I just wrote it recently because one of the characters in the book, Ava, is running for political office. And so they think, oh, how'd you get that book whipped out so quickly? No, I wrote this book 4 years ago and experienced a lot of hardship. My husband suffered some serious medical setbacks with seizures, a stroke, going into a coma, and then a brain tumor being discovered. I've been through some stuff. But I just underscore what Wanda talked about. So I set the book down. But Wanda, I didn't give up. I sat it down and I didn't forget about it. And I said, I'm going to still exercise my voice, as Sister Tammy talked about. And so I picked the book back up, dusted it off, and I said, I hear you clearly that this is the perfect time for this story, at such a time as this, to have Black women and women of color come together and have conversations around how, of course, we're fierce. I see y'all. Like, fierceness is in our DNA. Hello, right? We come out the womb fierce. Absolutely, we are. But are we willing to also start practicing more vulnerability? And I tell you, as I travel and do my virtual book tour, and I say the word vulnerability, this is usually what I get. Yeah, that phase. Like, don't talk about the V word. Am I willing to say to my sister, yes, I am fierce. Hello, I done worked at the White House. I done did this. I done did that. I'm running my business. I'm running my home. I'm doing it all. But do you know, at night I cry. I cried. I cried because I was trying. It was my boss tried to marginalize me at work as we sat around the conference room table. Am I willing to talk to my sister about how angry I am of the things that are said about my people every day? Are we willing to have the conversations around how we keep bringing the trauma of 400 years to our conversations today, in our marriages, in our relationships? Are we willing to have the conversations around how, yes, on camera here in front of you, I'm going to pump you up, sister, but then I'm trying to claw you down behind the scenes? Are we willing to have the real conversations? And so fierce vulnerability is just a glimpse. It's a one part of a 4-part series. God said, you got to keep writing. I'm like, okay. So one part, it's just a glimpse to say, are we willing to at least start having the conversations? And so the book takes you through the journey of these 4 Black women who are so fierce, so powerful, running their households, running their businesses, running companies. And then we pull back the curtain a bit and we get a glimpse into their challenges around letting the guard down, their challenges around sisterhood and how do they really define sisterhood. And you started the conversation today saying this is the year of the Black woman. This is the year of the Black woman. And so we have beautiful Queen Kamala Harris, right? At the helm. Thank God for that. But I say, as Black women, if we are not willing to pull back the curtain and have the real conversations about our own stuff, about how our hearts have been broken time and time and time and time again in the boardroom, at home, then what are we taking into 2021? What are we taking? How are we going to win? Like Sister Wanda said. Now we can win on the outside. I see y'all. I'm such a stalker. I know we all winning. But are we willing to let the guard down a bit just to have those real conversations? You know, as I went through this process with my husband of going through all this medical stuff, it about wiped my businesses out. I moved into the hospital. So it wasn't working. Was I willing to be vulnerable, to call up my sister girl and just say, all I need for you to do is just hold the phone while I cry. I don't need you to do anything else. I need you just to hear me. Just hear me weep. That's it. Prior to all this happening with my husband, would I have been willing to do that? Absolutely not. For those of you, I'm going to totally date myself, but those of you who remember that commercial, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and what else?
And never forget you, man.
Never let you forget a man. In other words, I can do it all.
Yes.
I can do it all. And I know we can. As sisters, I know we can. I do. You do. But if we are really talking about positioning ourselves, I heard you say get in position for 2021.
Yes.
Really getting in position says I'm willing to take a look at my mental health. I'm willing to take a look at my emotional health. I'm willing to prioritize my own self-care. And I'm not talking about just bubble baths and massages. I'm talking about being a stickler for my boundaries and saying no when I really mean no. And sometimes when I mean hell no. Okay? Not prettying it up. Our Black women are hurting. Yes, we're winning. Yes, we're fierce. And my assertion is that we also are hurting. And so this book is just an opportunity for me to like open up the conversation. And so what God put on my heart is, okay, go do a book tour. I'm like, what? God, did you not see or read the news of COVID-19? I'm willing to do whatever you tell me to do, but I just don't know how to do that. And he put on my heart, you go do a virtual book tour. And I tell you, the response that I'm getting from doing this year-long, we just started in October, this year-long book tour of having all these women of color come together and have conversations. Like we first talked about, what is fierce vulnerability? How do you even define that? What does that mean to you? Then we talked about Black women and sexuality. Is it okay to drop it like it's hot, like Meg the Stallion? Hey, right? And then we went into a conversation talking about sisterhood and what does that really mean? What does that really, really mean? And so I can't wait to have some of y'all on these panels. So I'll hit y'all up later for that. Yes, I already got the names written down. But it's been such an extraordinary experience. My book, Fierce Vulnerability, debuted in the Amazon Top 100 overnight. The next morning, it was the #1 new release for dramas and plays. How did that happen?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Not to be braggadocious on me, although I don't mind bragging on me. I brag on me, I'm bragging on him. I don't have a problem. Those who know me know I ain't got a problem there.
Yeah.
But I say that to say that is the power of Black women.
Yeah.
Black women did that.
Yeah.
No marketing, nothing. Just speaking, this book is now live. That is the power of Black women.
When we come together, it's just something about the energy. When you got that right energy, it is off the chain. It is something that we glean from and how we can take away from that and we energize from that. And there's a spiritual movement in all of that. There's such a spiritual movement in all of that. And so the women
power.
What'd you say, Linda?
The power of the women. We have power. I said, we have power. We are power. We create.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda, you know that's the title of our book, The Power of Sisterhood.
The Power of Sisterhood. And so
but just think about it. That everyone has to come through. We are the power.
Okay.
Yes. We are the
powerful. All powerful. Yes,
baby.
We are all powerful.
This is why we have to teach our young girls about how powerful they are as little young, they're queens to coming up as being women in adulthood, because men tell us all the time, you all don't know the power that y'all have. Men tell us that. You all don't know the power that you have. If we say no, they got to go somewhere and say, oh, well, because guess what? If we say no and we mean it, there's nothing they can do.
That's it.
And y'all know where I'm coming from with that. Nothing.
Yes.
So we have the power. We hold the power, and we must use it.
It's in our hands.
We must use that. And this is why 2021 is going to be the year of the Black woman. I can't speak on no other culture of women. I can only speak about mine.
Yeah.
Hey, why? Look,
we coming out.
Kelly's on.
We coming out
online, and she said, "Dang, I want to get in on the conversation."
Who said that? Who said it?
Kelly.
You see how I started, Tammy?
I want to know what this is right here. What is this? What's this?
Girl, I had imagination. I'm very imaginative, so I had so many thoughts. Like, we got the power. Like, God is deep to me. But anyway, I won't go there.
No. Let me just say this. Let me just say this, you all. This is why this right here is definitely a power group. We are a power group.
Yeah.
But where I am with this, I am pretty much. This is the reality show.
This reality.
This is the reality show, because I've gotten to a point, I'm really much a little bit disheartened to see our sisters on the reality show calling each other bees, talking about each other, cursing them out, throwing drinks at them.
I want to look at it so bad.
I am really up to here with that. I'm up to here with it.
I was listening to a talk. Yesterday, is it Wyoming? Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, Wyoming.
That's so pretty. It's so beautiful. I was listening to a talk yesterday when I went on my walk, and it came on and it said that word, that BITCH word, of course, we all know it's a female dog, but it was given to the Black woman in particular by slave owners, because the children that she had were referred to as litter. And that's why they use that word to humanize. As a matter of fact, I think that the word that the young man used was that they were actually lower than like some of the animals that they owned. So I love to, shuck and jive and love on people and laugh and ha ha hee hee, but that's not funny to me. That's not funny. I'm not playing with you with that. I'm not calling you that. Don't call me that. Or I know we can't have a conversation. At least not that kind of conversation. It's really not funny. It is one of the most degrading things that you can say to another Black woman.
Well, it's all about for show. It's all about for show, and it's about the money. And sometimes money is not worth it.
They've taught our young women to accept it.
Yes,
that's what they've taught them.
And they
accept it.
Yeah. It's part of the plan.
Like we,
it is. It's part of the plan.
They call themselves. It's in people's books. It's on people's badges.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a what?
They embrace it for what?
Yeah.
They don't know why they're embracing it.
T-shirt.
You got everybody fired up. They are fired up.
We gotta get fired up. We must get fired up. That's the only way. It's the only way we're going to express ourselves, because we are emotional beings. There's women emotional, and this is why we have to speak. Just as the enemy want to use us to go against ourselves, this is the same way we got to turn that energy around and do just what we're doing, and that's the positive, the energy that we have to talk about who we are and who we are and how we're going to accomplish what we're going to accomplish, what God has given us to do. And we got work to do. We have work to do. We got time for that rest of that.
And we have great examples. We have great examples, and we can now look at the top of the United States of America. We have examples.
And what I would like to see, and what I would like to say, use it. You're right, Linda. And what I would like to see, I don't care if you do not care for Kamala Harris. Please don't disrespect her.
Yeah.
Disrespect her. Black women do not disrespect that woman.
Exactly. And we got to
say, Black women do not disrespect Kamala Harris. Keep your opinions to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Well, it's the same thing with Michelle.
Keep it to yourself.
Sorry about that. Excuse me. So when Michelle was in office, she was called everything but a child of God. And you know what? Kamala would be called the same thing. But we got to speak up. And it was a month.
But that's okay.
So now what we're going to make sure is, like, you can't even talk about Michelle. Even though I don't like a lot of the politics that go on with our.
Of course.
You should never, ever degrade another Black woman
or
person in front of other people. So please don't call Kamala out on me and call her another name. I don't care.
Lift her up no matter what. Lift her up no matter what.
Michelle Obama, don't do that around. Please don't do that around me. Please.
No matter what. Respect.
Lift her up no matter what. That's right.
Respect the position. Respect.
I hear you on that. I hear you, Linda, say no matter what.
No matter what.
All right, guys. So I want to get back to Wanda, Sophia, and because I know we wanted to wrap up.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna be here all day, but we're gonna round it up.
Guys, we're gonna start a revolution over here. Yes. 2021. I mean, you know, Wanda's already told us you just got to be willing. She's motivating people out there with her collective. I'm super excited about these things that are happening. So there's no excuse for us to say, I don't know what to do. What Black woman look like me? Well, we have an example right here with the president of the organization Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated, who is telling us exactly how to get in position. And she didn't just say get in a position in 2021. The sister has been saying this for over 16 and more years, okay? But first, so Kamala, I love you, but I'm going to have to give my shout out to my mom and then Peggy, because they all set this up for us. So they've been saying get in position.
Yes.
Wow. And I want us to look to the people that's to our left and to our right, because these are the people that's been telling us to get in position. And we don't need another example. We just need to be the example and accept them as the example. Right, so I honor my sisters right now, Peggy, you know, the president of Sisters Network, Naomi, you Linda, you Tammy, you Wanda, you Sophia. Yeah, these are movements, okay? These are movements. Just jump on the movements, go buy the books, get in the programs, okay, and continue to prepare yourself. You are in position now. Preparation is the thing that you do. Get your skills set, honey.
Spread the word.
Over and over and over again. See, just because I'm in communication, I still need to know what's up to date, okay? Because I'm not looking like a fool, and you over in UK at one of the biggest conferences in communication, and you don't know what's up. Like, that's crazy. You're like, did you know that the EI4 is now incorporating Dominion? No, you need to be up to date on your talks and your skills. Okay, that is what I'm saying. So you're going to be in position, but you're also preparing. And that's what Tammy's here for. That's what Peggy's been here for these sisters, you know? No, okay, cool. Y'all got that? I'm just saying, I'm shouting out them first, right?
Yes.
Them first, because sometimes we forget that. Okay, I'm very big on that. I'm a preacher's daughter. And the first person to forget is the pastor of the church. The first person to forget that he's telling you, get your house in order. But you're like, oh, Jimmy Carter. Sorry, no disrespect. I love you. Who is over my soul right now? Okay? Excuse me. I'm just saying. Who is connected to you right now? Okay? That's to push you to get to the next level, to be in position, and do the things that you're supposed to do. All right? I'm just saying. Now, happy holidays. I think I'm going to go off right now.
I know that's right. But Charlene,
I love you.
Yeah, but Charlene, you're telling the 100, the truth on all of that, and you just brought it back around, to what we're saying in totality of this all. I'm just proud of us that we can do what we're doing. Yeah, I'm proud of us as 4Sisters Live, Sister for Sisters Network, because Peggy, you have done, and this is part of now we're going into a little bit of reflection on 2020, where we've come to this point. And you have brought us together for such a time as this. Mm-hmm. Yes, you really have. And I applaud you for bringing, I don't take this lightly. I don't take this lightly that we have lived to see a time where we can go through this, help each other go through this time, because we did not know that we were going to be faced with these things. We don't know, but God prepares us because he knows. So he puts us around good people such as this, so that we can stay fast and stay strong and be who we are in him, and just be rooted and grounded, man. If we could stay rooted and grounded, and Peg, you have really, along with Lakey and Renee and Sharon, have really brought on such a wonderful organization of women to really let us know that we count, we have purpose, and who we are as sisters, and it can happen. So and I want to
know what the beautiful thing about all of this, as you see, we add on.
Yes.
Other sisters are coming on board. They get it. They understand.
Yeah.
I see Tammy, and I see Sophia, and I see Wanda. This is the add-on that we must take this journey together so that we can support each other.
Yeah. And we have Gina Bell that she's going to come and put the icing on the cake, and we're going to have Summer to sing us out, and we're going to just go and enjoy our families for the rest of this holiday season. Yeah. I want to say thank you, Sophia and Tammy, so much. Man.
Can I say one last thing?
Sure.
Plug, you guys. Okay, so I want to say this because Peggy and them always say, Dr. Hayes, like, you never brag about yourself. Well, I'm going to do that right now. We're supposed to have a play with the arts at the Cleaning Center back in August, and then we're going to do another one in December. So they never open up. Anyway, we're doing also a collective on a forgiveness project, and that is.
I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So artists and actors and everybody are coming together, and we're going to demonstrate forgiveness, and they're going to share their story. And I do have an open call for anybody that wants to even write that letter of forgiveness to that person. So please contact me, inbox me, or whatever. So certainly, I want a piece of that. And it's a simple letter of how you have forgiven something or someone, and you are living it out. Because what the world needs right now is healing. And what the world needs right now is to know that someone has walked through the path that they've already walked through. So again, that is for today, the Forgiveness Project, and telling the fear to goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Sophia. You all have an awesome, happy, and safe holiday. Merry Christmas to you both. Great. And you all will be back.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
And Tammy, okay, Tammy, you can't leave now. What's that song?
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Oh, lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt his word. A thrill give you all yours for yonder praise. I'm sorry, a new and glorious morn.
Yes.
And hear the angels' voices.
Come on now.
Oh, night divine. Hold the night when Christ was born.
Yes, girl. Thank you. Yes.
I didn't know how much you wanted. Thank you.
That was it. That's just enough. That's all I like. Just a little something. Thank girl. Thank you. Thank you both. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless everyone.
Be blessed.
Blessed. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Woo!
Wow.
I don't know what to say behind that, ladies. I just want to say, I want to definitely thank all of you all out there who supported us on 4Sisters Live throughout this 2020. So much has taken place. So many things just happened in all of our lives, one way or the other. And so I'm speaking, and the ladies, they say something before we leave individually, but I just want to say thank all of you all for just hanging in there with us. More is yet to come. The best is yet to come. And I'm looking forward to us coming back in 2021 better than ever.
Absolutely.
You got something to say, Linda? You want to say your thank yous?
Yes, I want to thanks for all the support that we've received this year. Thank you for listening. Thank you for telling your friends and family. We look forward to next year. We want you to be safe throughout the holiday. We love you. Women, we want you to embrace our young women and bring them on the show. Bring them so they can see the show and see what positive women are. See where positive women are going. And you make a decision if you're going to follow. God bless you.
Wow, Linda.
Go ahead, wow. We say pay for last. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Okay, well, cool. I want to thank everybody for watching 4Sisters Live. And for those of you that have not liked the page, I would like you to go like and share the page so that we can, of course, continue to build up our followers there, because we need you guys. We need to keep spreading the message about what we're doing in the community, what we're doing right there in your homes. If we're bringing you hope, life, and love, then let us know that, because we're going to be here next year and for years to come. Again, we thank you for watching and supporting us in any way that you can.
Wow, Charlene.
Yeah.
Wow, Linda. Yeah. Wow. All I can say, this has been an amazing year, despite all that we had to deal with. It's nothing like having some sisters. And you know, I have 5, and I love them to death. And to have 4Sisters Live and to have Sisters with Sisters Network, y'all guys touch my heart, my soul, my energy. I love what I do. I love when other women can edify each other. That's the key. We must edify each other, and the sisters are doing it. So we just got to keep it moving, keep it moving. How many women have we had on this show this year?
Yeah, man. That's the thing.
Who told their story, who shared with us their experience. This is only the beginning, guys. And so all I say is get ready, get ready, get ready. We're coming out with our book in a couple more weeks, The Power of Sisterhood. And I think that will kind of get folks to understand exactly what we were all about.
Yeah.
It's telling our story. So I can go on. I just love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You make this show rock. You make it rock. For Kathy Muhammad, for Dr. Renee Allen, for all the sisters that have come in to support.
Alicia Pryor. Cynthia Green. Yeah, who's help us host our shows when neither one of us could come. Yes. Yeah.
Gina Duncan. I'm going to get in trouble.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just thank you,
and my girl
ladies.
Gina Bell. We got to bring Gina.
Come on in, Gina Bell. Let's bring her in because she definitely has been.
Yes. And then bring in Summer, or how you want to do it?
Yeah, let's bring her in, and then we end out with Summer, and then everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Okay. Awesome.
Gina.
There you go, Gina. We didn't forget about you, girl.
Look, y'all got me back here crying.
Hey, Gina.
Hello, ladies. You know what? This has been a fabulous show. Let me just tell you, the guests were just absolutely awesome, and I'll put my little 2 cents in. And to all of you for welcoming me, inviting me in, and allowing me to share in your journey with you. It's been awesome for me. I love you all. Peggy, you are just a sensational woman, and your vision and what you're bringing together. And I think, you know, when I think about it, and I try to end this with the power, Tim, I have to say that this is really dedicated to every Black woman out there, because you are the power of 10. Because when the power of 10 works into your life, it changes things. It's so divine. And someone said it just earlier that it's the year of the woman, the Black woman.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, she's on a mission.
Yeah.
Winning. No matter what. Nobody can keep her down. Everybody's tried, but nobody has been able to kill the spirit of a Black woman. So she exists for a reason. And she's more and more powerful. And so it's now for her to take the stand and embrace all of who she is. So as I talk about the power of 10 today, and it's dedicated to each and every one of you, but it's about shaking off the stench of 2020 and everything that we've been through. And I told you guys earlier, my sister-in-law passed away on yesterday. My cousin died 2 weeks ago. She got COVID going to the funeral of the cousin that had died. This has been a horrible, horrible year for so many people, but it's also been an opportunity for a new beginning. So as I leave my words today, just know that my heart is full and I'm full of gratitude, because I think it's time for us to break free from the chains of 2020 and begin to look to a new and a better time. We have been bogged down in the confusion, the grief, the hurt of 2020. For some this year, it has been absolutely devastating. But for others, they've been able to thrive. And the question is, what's been the biggest difference between the two? It's not that the one that had the devastation didn't have opportunities, or the one that thrived had more opportunities. It's about what you believed and what you were willing to do in spite of the devastation. It's how you respond and how you go forward. And it's about energetically aligning with the positive force that's within us, that's been given to us by God. And it has been that type of energetic force that has been with the Black woman since the beginning of time, when they stole us from the shores of Africa and brought us here. And they ripped their husbands away from us. We still had to take care of ourselves. We had to take care of our families and still be subjected to the horrors of slavery. So we've been able to shed that. And now we must continue on in a new level. So today's Power 10 is to help any woman out there right now to prepare to readjust, to realign, and to create positive energy flow. So my top 10, the first is to rise above the storm. Mount your wings like an eagle and fly above the storm. Number 2, determine a path and then chart out the right course that you need in order to achieve it. Number 3, Declutter your mind, your environment, and your emotional spaces to make way for the newness, for the new beginning that's coming to you. Purge your spirit of all the negativity, the stench, and the hurt of 2020. Death, grief, loss, the hurt, the pain. We've talked about domestic abuse, separation, financial losses, all of it. Cry it out, but purge your spirit. Spread your arms like the wings of an eagle and welcome the embrace of a new beginning. That's what 2021 is offering us. Fill your heart with gratitude is number 6. Number 7, equip your mentalitude with a new attitude. Number 8, fill your soul with gladness and thanksgiving. Number 9, seek new ideas and step courageously to make them happen. And number 10, shed the woulda, coulda, shoulda, and just simply declare, I will, I can, and I shall. See, ladies, it's time to begin again. To plant your feet on solid ground and put on the armor of faith and prayer and know and believe that you can win. And as Wanda said, no matter what, as Sophia said, is to be vulnerable, but be fierce. And don't be afraid of the story that you have. As Tammy reminded us, it's that story that will carry you forward. That's your anchor, but more importantly, it's your DNA. But it's time. It's time to begin again. So I leave you today with optimism, with hope, because it's a winning season. And it's up to you to believe it and to go forward, despite COVID, despite all the losses. But believe and go forward. So I'm Dr. Gina Bell, your breakthrough coach and your consultant. And it's been my honor and pleasure to serve you over the last few months. And I want to wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas. And I thank all the ladies of 4Sisters Live, because we can win, but we have to stay together. We have to stay together. Look, we turned the election. Why? Because we came together.
And that's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We did it. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We're going to keep doing it. Thank you, Dr. Gina. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina. You're a bad sister.
Thank you so much.
Yes, she is. Yes. She's been with us. Yes.
Thank you. I just thank you guys for having me. I really do.
Yes, ma'am. No, so where's Summer? Where's Summer? Where's Summer? Because I'm going to start crying in a minute. I promise you.
You and me both.
I'm gonna start crying. Summer, thank you so much, sweetheart. We thank you. We really do thank you for coming and blessing us today, taking us out and keeping us on a high note, leaving us on a high note. This is the holiday season. It's something about Christmas music that does it for us, so y'all, you know?
I agree.
Yes.
And yeah.
All right, you want me to take it out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are. golden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us when we're not in a pandemic, they gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the Lord allows. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Oh, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Ooh, ooh,
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Summer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Summer.
Woo, this has been a great time we've had, ladies. What time is it for the last time in 2020? It's time for you to walk in your purpose and prosperity. Merry Christmas, everyone. Love you, sisters. Happy New Year to you all. See you next year.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other and spreading love, karma. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. Fighting each other is not the answer. Sharing the
And that's a wrap.